today's video, I'm going to show you one really simple thing that you can use to get absolutely banging results for your B2B lead generation agency clients in less time and get bigger and better results. When you run a B2B lead generation agency or any kind of marketing agency that you do, you need to understand first the market or the niche. You need to understand the people you are selling to. You need to also understand the offer, the service, the product, the mechanism. What are you selling? And then you need to be able to link these two things up and communicate them smoothly to market the offer. And when you combine these two things really well and you understand both of these things, it is going to result in something called the product market fit. This is extremely simple. And when I say, my hand on my heart, 95% of the people are not doing this. I'm talking about actually understanding the market, understanding who is our ideal customer, what problems do they struggle with in life right now and in their business, what dreams and goals do they have, what is standing in between them right now and the goals that they have, what kind of terms do they use, what kind of language do they communicate in, what kind of ways and what kind of mechanisms do they want used in their business to solve these problems, what have they tried in the past, how aware they are, how sophisticated they are, what things do they actually value in these solutions, in these products, in these services, what do they do on their free times, what books they read, what LinkedIn influencers do they follow, what service have they bought before. You need to understand the market. You need to actually grasp who you are talking to. When you run a B2B lead generation agency, you sign a client. You're like, okay, who is your ideal client? And they tell, accounting companies. Okay, where are these accounting companies? Yeah, they are in the United States. And then you go, okay, let's just fucking sell to every accounting company in the United States. But it's not the most efficient way to go about things. You need to actually understand why would these accounting companies even care? What are the problems that these accounting companies are facing right now? How big are these accounting companies? And then the same thing goes for the offer. If you go into that market brand new and you don't know jack shit about accounting and how to run an accounting company, you probably don't understand the services and products and technologies people use to grow their accounting companies as well. And then you spend 15 minutes talking to your client about what they actually sell and you think that you understand it. No, you understand it worse than your actual customers, which means that it's impossible for you to actually communicate the value of the service or the offer or the product over an email or an ad or over a call. It's just not possible. First, you need to understand the market. Okay, who are we selling to? Why do they buy? What have they tried in the past? And then you also need to understand the offer. Why do these companies specifically buy this service or this product? What problems do they solve? What kind of mechanics or technologies are in the product that people appreciate or don't appreciate? Why did they specifically choose this product over all of the other products in the market? Like when you actually know that this is your ideal customer, you have your ideal customer Isaac, and you know that ideal customer Isaac is struggling from problem X and their KPI Y is low and they have tried solution Z in the past and they use terms A, B, and C to communicate these problems. Then when you know what problems they are struggling from and you know what KPIs they measure and focus on and you know what solutions they have tried, it's gonna be so easy to sell them anything. As long as you just have something that matches their problems. You're gonna be like a mind reader, like, hey Isaac, I know that you are struggling from this problem. We can help you increase this KPI that you are measuring and focusing on every single day. It works better than the thing that you tried in the past. Like let's say they have tried SEO in the past. On average, like all the accounting companies try SEO. You can say like, hey, this solves this problem and this gets you this KPI and it works way better than SEO because of reasons X, Y, and Z. And you can communicate it in the exact terms that they use to communicate. Maybe they have specific language patterns or specific terms that they use in the market. And then you just use those exact same terms. Sounds so simple, but if you actually ask yourself, have I done this in the past and have I actually focused on this? You haven't, I guarantee you. And then comes the second part, which is the offer. If we know that the reason why companies, these accounting companies or these ideal customers buy these offers because of reasons X, Y, and Z, and we know that there's this technology involved and we like understand actually why people would care about the offer, it's gonna be extremely easy to link these two things up. Hey ideal customer Isaac, I found you from the list of whatever the fuck. I know that you have tried SEO in the past to fix your problem that you're suffering from because your X KPI is too low. You're not getting enough of lead forms filled. We can solve this with this problem that you understand, and similar companies buy this because of reasons A, B, and C. You don't need to use any of your copywriting magics. You don't need AI personalizations. You don't need these fancy clay tables. You don't need any of these tricks and sprinkle magic dust things. You just connect these dots together. Like, hey, I know you're struggling from this problem. What if I had a solution? Let's say you have a really bad headache. Maybe you weren't out drinking last night and you wake up in the morning and your girlfriend or wife or boyfriend or someone you live with, they notice that. They bring you a painkiller. You take it, you feel amazing. Your girlfriend doesn't need to go, hey, you should take this aspirin because it is 600 milligrams stronger and it's manufactured in Ohio and it's like this and that. Like, no, there's no sales and magic needed. This obviously makes sense. You're like, okay, bet. I need to actively understand who I'm selling to. How am I gonna figure this out? Am I gonna go do market research? Maybe I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. This just happened like a week ago. I was having a call with our agentvelocity.io consulting clients, and this one guy came to the call and he said, hey Levi, I have a question. I got this client. They have a bunch of different companies that they work with. I don't know who is really their niche. Should I use personalization? Should I ask AI? What kind of market research I should do? I told him something along these lines. Does this company have already existing clients? So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take all of those clients and all of their past clients and you're gonna ask for the data. Okay, what companies were they? How big were they? How small were they? What industries were they in? What locations were they in? What kind of revenue were they doing? Who was the decision maker in the deal? Like who actually pulled the trigger? And you're just gonna put them into a spreadsheet. You're just gonna start mapping out commonalities. And then you can figure out, okay, let's say you have 30 companies and 5 of the companies are medtech companies and 5 of the companies are fintech companies and 20 companies are marketing technology companies. Pretty clear that marketing technology companies can benefit from the solution the most. If there's a company, normal B2B company, they don't really know their ICP. They don't even care. They don't even know that they should know it. They are just organically going out there and doing some cold calls and cold emails and ads and content and referrals. They're just pretty much selling to everyone. If that's the case, you can literally just look at, okay, naturally, organically, what does the average client look like? If they're just bringing in all companies and most of the companies are marketing technology companies, there must be something why organically all of these marketing technology companies are coming to them. They probably can benefit from the solution the most. And then you look at all of these marketing technology companies. Okay, how big are they on average? And you literally just calculate averages. What is the average marketing technology company that is working with them? Okay, who is the average decision maker or who is the average contact person in this deal? What kind of revenue do they do? And then you get a pretty good idea already who should be selling to. If 20 marketing technology companies suffer from this problem, there's probably 20,000 or 2,000 other ones that also suffer from this problem. Now we need to understand, okay, why did they buy this solution in the first place? The optimal and ideal situation, of course, is that the company has this data in CRM. The easiest thing for you to do to really get absolutely fantastic giganuclear campaigns is you just literally go and talk to their clients. This is you. You go to Client Clark and you ask, okay, Client Clark, show me all of your clients. And they're gonna show you a big list of all of your clients. And then you're gonna go through this list. Okay, looks like majority of these companies, 60, 70, 80% of these companies are from industry X, Y. So then what you do to figure out more of this data is you go and you literally talk to all of these companies. And you call them, hey, you have worked with Client Clark for the past 6 months. Would it be fine if I had a 10-minute phone conversation with you? I just want to ask you a few questions, get a bit of feedback from Client Clark's service. I work for them right now. So we can make it better, do a bit of market research, and in exchange of your time, you get a $50 Amazon gift card or free credits for Client Clark software. In some cases, there might not even have to be an incentive, but if you have an incentive, you're going to get more data and people are going to be more committed and engaged. And then you just talk with these companies. You're like, hey, you started working with Client Clark 9 months ago. What was the reason why you started working with them? What problem were you suffering from? And they tell you, oh, we were suffering from this problem. You write it down. Okay, amazing. What kind of solutions had you tried in the past? We had tried these solutions. Okay, boom. How did it work? Did it work like this? How much did you pay for them? It worked like this. Okay, were you looking at any other options than Client Clark? Okay, interesting. Which ones? Okay, why did you decide to go with Client Clark? Have you solved your problem? How has that affected your business? What kind of results have you had? How long time it took? And that gives you all the data that you need. The more companies you call or email or talk to, you're gonna get absolutely amazing materials for marketing. This also gives you a lot of great case studies. You ask these companies, okay, what problems were you suffering in the past? We were suffering from problem X. Okay, amazing. Did you solve it? Yes. How long did it took? What kind of results did you get? How did that impact your business? You get like 3, 4, 5 of those. You have 5 case studies that you can use in your cold email campaigns or marketing campaigns. And then you take these case studies and you make the campaigns even stronger. And then this is also extremely beneficial research. Like, hey, this is what your customers suffer from. This is why they buy your service. This is what they tried in the past. This is the results that they get. Here's all of our case studies. Boom, 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 boom. And you give it to Client Clark. And Client Clark can use that for their own marketing, for sales, product development, competitive advantage. And that's extremely beneficial. We have one guy in our Agent Velocity program. Before he did lead gen, he literally just did this for companies. He would go to a company and he would say, hey, I'll interview 30 of your customers. And I will ask them all of these questions. And I will do these customer interviews. And I will collect you this data and I will make you a report. And then you can use this report for product development, marketing, sales, etc. And he was getting paid like $30K per project for doing like 30 client interviews. So that alone is worth tens of thousands of dollars if you do that. The client is never gonna leave you if you do that for free. But you're not doing it for free because you can create absolutely amazing results for them because of that. Because then you literally just take all of this data that you gathered and you put it in your cold email and then you send the cold email to similar companies that you talk to. Do you understand how simple that is? You talk to 20 marketing technology companies that have the headcount of 50 to 200 in the US. And you talk to 20 of those, 30 of those, ask what problems they suffer from. And then you create a lead list of marketing companies in the US that have the headcount of 50 to 200. And then you send them an email saying, hey, we have worked with all of these companies. These are the results that they have gotten. These are the problems that they have solved. This is the solution that they tried in the past and this worked way better. Do you have any of these problems that all of these other marketing technology companies your size have? Do you want to see how we solve it? You don't need to be a master cold email copywriter. You don't need fancy AI personalized machines and clay tables to make it work. It is so simple. You literally don't need to know any marketing at all. You can get the perfect cold email template or the perfect cold email script from the client. I'm going to give you like an overly simplified example to make sure that you understand it. Like let's say you are a phone company. Let's say you talk to 1,000 people. You ask all of them, like what would be a perfect phone? And they say, this camera and this screen and this amount of memory and all of these things and this price point. And you get this huge data set. And then you take all of the commonalities, all of the answers that pop up a lot. And then you make that phone and then you go to those 1,000 people that you interviewed and you're like, hey, here's the perfect phone. Or like, okay, do you have any friends that are similar and like similar phones than you? They're like, yeah, all of these people. Okay, amazing. Here's the perfect phone that you described. Do you want to buy it? You don't need to be a master marketer. Like you need zero marketing and sales skills. You will crush 90% of your competition if you do this. It's going to take way more effort and it's going to be slower in the beginning. But it's also going to give you like 10 times better results, especially if you work based on performance. You're going to make more money, you're going to have more satisfied customers, and you're going to have less problems. The best B2B lead gen guys who are making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 a month, the people who we work with inside angelvelocity.io, they are not these crazy mega copywriters. They are just amazing analyzing and gathering data and putting these things together. It's so simple. Do this, make a lot of money, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.